This is the story of the birth of a line, boundary line to be precise. It was born in 1914. Place of birth is Shimla. Father is Henry McMahon. Mother is conflict and war. Yes, I am talking about the McMahon line. So now the question is, where is it? How dangerous is this line? Can anyone see this line? And how India, Tibet, China got entangled by this line? I'm Arindam, today's speaker. And then let's see what's happening on this line. Here the Chinese and the Indian soldiers are defending against each other. This is not a one-off event. It is going on for years, almost every day. McMahon Line is the boundary between India and Tibet, now China, in the eastern sector. Here, the entire Indian map, and we can see the red portion. This red portion, here to here is only McMahon Line. There is a misconception among most of the Indians that McMahon Line is the entire boundary between India and China, but that's not the case. It is only the McMahon portion of McMahon Line. Now I have placed here the map showing the entire India-China boundary. Here, this portion on the eastern part. This is the arrow mark. This is only called McMahon Line. In the middle, this portion, it is Sikkim. We can call it the middle sector of India-China boundary. And here on the left, we can go to the north and west. That is where Ladakh, Siachen Glacier, Saxon Valley, and Aksai Chin. So we are going to talk about only the McMahon Line today. This McMahon Line extends for around 890 kilometers from Bhutan in the west to the Dipu Pass bordering Myanmar, Burma in the east. And here it will be further clear the position of McMahon Line. This is our Arunachal Pradesh, and it is China is claiming the entire Arunachal Pradesh. They call it as Southern Tibet. And on the northern side, Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir. And as I have already told, the areas of Aksai Chin, it is now presently held by India, held by China, claimed by India. And aerial view, we can have a look. How does it look? This is our Tawang. Tawang is very important. We will come to that later. And it is all mountains. There is no line. I had an opportunity to go on the line on several occasions, on line of duty, but I couldn't see any line there. Line was my perception. The day I felt good, my Jawans felt better, I went ahead by a kilometer. And if there was no Chinese, 1 more kilometer ahead. That was the thing going on, not only with us, it was with the Chinese also. When we were not there, Chinese used to come and they left their markings, what we did in our previous recce. Now we are coming to McMahon, Mr. McMahon. Who is this McMahon? Who drew this line? Who was he actually? His full name is Lieutenant Colonel Sir Vincent Arthur Henry McMahon. And see his number of honors he received throughout his life. And only 1 or 2, I can expand it here. Here it is first GCMG, that is Grand Cross of St. Michael and George. Second one, Grand Cross of Victoria Order. Third one is Knight Commander of Indian Empire. And the fourth one, Commander of State of India. He was born in 1862. He was a British man, but actually an Irish. Here, if we see the British map, we see first this is English, Wales, Scotland, and Republic of Ireland. At that time, Ireland was one. Now the Northern and Southern Ireland is there. He was an Englishman. Though he was basically a soldier, but he also served as the diplomat in Egypt and in Baluchistan. He joined Indian Army in 1888 at the age of 26. So now what was important here for him in 1914, he called the Tibetan representatives to Shimla. Why he called, that is very important. Because in 1913, Tibet declared independence. And there was a reason for this, why Tibet declared independence. In 1911, Qing dynasty of China had a downfall. And Tibet naturally always wanted to be out of the Chinese control. So they declared independence in 1913. So as an independent state, Tibet was invited by the British India in Shimla in 1914. And here one thing is there. Here Mr. Aisin Jairo Pui, he was the last king of Qing dynasty. And there is a Hollywood movie also named The Last Emperor. He has a very interesting story of life. He became emperor of China at the age of 2. Then several times he was deposed and reinstated. And finally, there was criminal case also, that is war crime was also brought against him when Chinese Communist Party came to power. So in 1914, what happened in Shimla? So a McMahon line was drawn. That means a line was drawn between Tibet and India on paper. And we can see the lines here, the original lines, how these were drawn. I am not a cartologist, so I cannot explain much, but these are the original lines taken from the archives. And based on these lines, the McMahon line was drawn. That is the boundary line between Tibet and British India. So from Tibetan side, it was Longchen Satara, Chinese side, it was Ivan Chen, and of course, from British India side, it was Henry McMahon. The date was 24th March, 1914. And here the main controversy is, China didn't sign that agreement of 24th March, 1914. China always brought a discord that Tibet is not independent and it doesn't have the authority to sign any agreement with outside power. That was their contention. But if Tibet was really under China, why the Tibetan representative Longchen Satara signed the agreement? That is the question. And here the actual McMahon line, our soldiers are guarding portion of it. What happened? April 27, almost a month after the Shimla agreement, Chinese representative, that is same Yan Chen, had signed the draft on 27th April 1914. That means they agreed with the McMahon line. But one problem started in 1949 when Chinese Communist Party came to power. They immediately declared, we want to get Tibet. But before that, 2 years before that, rather in 1947, India got independence, and India already made it clear that McMahon line is the boundary between Tibet and India. And India decisively asserted its authority of the Tawang district, that is main town of Arunachal Pradesh. China didn't stop only by declaring that they will take Tibet. Immediately, very next year, that is in 1950, they sent their army, that is People's Liberation Army, to Tibet. That is, they invaded Tibet. And at that time, Dalai Lama government was there and reduced the Dalai Lama government to a mere subsidiary. But that not the entire story. After 9 years, again in 1959, China overthrown Tibetan government, that means government of Dalai Lama. And as a result, Dalai Lama fled Tibet for India in 1959. This is the photograph. And here you can see this entire road, the road taken by Dalai Lama to enter into India. This is Suthangmo, north of Tawang, that is one small pass drive. And all these are his entourages. And here, His Holiness Dalai Lama, Indian officials, Indian guards. And there was no car at that time. There was no aeroplane. So they had to cross the border either on foot or, if lucky, on some horses or yaks. Here, little Dalai Lama, just I have given photograph how he was. And the Dalai Lama, see the British. British kept eye on the Dalai Lama. It is when he was this much small. So Dalai Lama was a very important figure from the beginning of his career and very important for India Tibet relationship. Here, what happened in 1959, Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai also recognized McMahon Line by a letter to our Prime Minister, Mr. Nehru. This is one of his letter, and Zhou Enlai's letter to Mr. Nehru, and where he talked about friendly relations with India. And here, Dalai Lama in 2007 approved the 1914 McMahon Line because he was the real representative of Tibet. And if he says that yes, McMahon Line is the recognized boundary between Tibet and India, China must not have any say on it. Not only that, Dalai Lama, very next year, again in 2008, he recognized the entire Arunachal Pradesh as a part of India. That is a very important statement or declarations. Here you can see 14th Dalai Lama. Here Dalai means ocean and Lama means the monk or guru in Sanskrit. China, after that, refused to recognize McMahon Line with India. Though China in 1960 recognized the Burmese portion of McMahon Line. Why the Burma coming into picture? Because in 1914, when British signed the agreement with Tibet, Burma was also part of British rule. So when they have drawn the boundary with Indian portion, they drew the boundary with Burma portion also. So China recognized McMahon Line with Burma, but kept the controversy alive with India. And as a result, there was 1962 war, we know. Little bit I will talk about the 62 war after some time. This is Chinese hypocrisy to keep the problem boiling. Here I go a little bit on the Tawang sector. Here we see the Bum La Pass. Here, that is Bum La Pass. It is just 37 kilometers from Tawang and 43 kilometers from Kona. They call it in Tibet, they call it Song Dijong or Jong, whatever it is, the pronunciation. And here is Tawang and here is Bum La Pass. Important thing is, through this Bum La Pass, His Holiness Dalai Lama entered India. And this Bum La Pass is at a height of 15,200 feet, almost 4 kilometers high from the sea level. And as a Chinese perfidy or Chinese controversy, we had a war with China in 1962. India lost, China won. Again, the conflict was there in 1967. In this war, China lost, India won. Then Duklam crisis, not very old, 3 years old only. We all know what happened there. There was a standoff between India and China. And as a result, though, I clearly should say it was a tactical win for India, but a strategic defeat for India, because China, what we hear now from different reports, that China, what they wanted in 2017 to make a road, they have already done that. And very recently, in June 15th, 2020, what happened in Galwan Valley, we all know. And 20 of our soldiers murdered and innumerable Chinese soldiers. So I hope you have loved this video, and thank you. Jai Hind.